Look around you. Right now, there is a very high probability that you are looking through a sheet of glass. Maybe it is the screen of your phone, the window beside your desk, or your own eyeglasses. We interact with glass every single second of every day, yet we rarely stop to think about what it actually is. It is not quite a solid, and it is not quite a liquid. It is a strange, transparent paradox that changed the course of human history. Without glass, we would not have modern science, the internet, or even our understanding of the stars. To understand how we got here, we have to travel back to a time long before factories, to the raw, scorching power of a volcano. The story of glass begins in the fires of the earth. Long before humans figured out how to forge anything, nature was doing the work for us. When lightning strikes sand or a volcano erupts with enough heat, it melts the silica, the main component of sand, into a smooth, dark, volcanic rock called obsidian. Ancient humans recognized its potential immediately. Because it breaks into incredibly sharp edges, obsidian became the ultimate prehistoric cutting tool. It was traded across vast distances, connecting tribes that had never met. It was our very first leap into the world of manufactured materials, even if we were just harvesting what nature had already baked for us. As civilization began to bloom in Mesopotamia and ancient Egypt, humans started to realize they could replicate the heat of a volcano. Around 3500 BC, people began experimenting with melting sand, soda, and lime in small clay crucibles. At first, this was a luxury for the ultra-wealthy. These early glass objects were not transparent like the glass we know today, they were opaque, brightly colored, and used for jewelry, beads, or small vessels for precious oils. Owning a piece of glass was a status symbol, a sign that you possessed the power to command fire and reshape the earth. It was a craft shrouded in mystery, and the artisans who understood the secret temperatures were kept under tight watch by kings and pharaohs. The real revolution arrived around the 1st century BC somewhere along the coast of the eastern Mediterranean. A group of innovative glassmakers stumbled upon the technique of glassblowing. Imagine the shock of the first person who realized that by attaching a gob of molten glass to the end of a metal pipe, they could inflate it like a balloon. This changed everything. Suddenly, glass was no longer just a decorative luxury, it was a practical tool for daily life. You could blow a bottle, a bowl, or a drinking cup in minutes. The cost of manufacturing dropped, and glass began to appear in the homes of common people across the Roman Empire. Glass was now a container, a way to store food, wine, and medicines, effectively becoming the plastic of the ancient world. As the Roman Empire faded, the center of the glassmaking universe shifted to the island of Murano in Venice. By the 13th century, the Venetian government had ordered all glassmakers to relocate to this tiny island. They were essentially prisoners of their own craft, forbidden from leaving or sharing their secrets with the outside world. This was not just about control, it was about protecting the most valuable intellectual property of the era. The Venetians developed a crystal-clear glass they called cristallo, which was so pure and beautiful that it became the gold standard of European trade. Because of these glassmakers, Venice became wealthy beyond measure, and the world finally had access to clear, functional glass vessels that could be used for more than just storage. The true transformation of the human experience began when we pointed that glass toward the unknown. In the late 16th and early 17th centuries, Dutch spectacle makers started experimenting with stacking lenses. By holding two pieces of curved glass in a tube, they discovered they could bring the distant world close to their eyes. This was the birth of the telescope and the microscope. Galileo looked up and realized the moon had mountains, and the planets were not just wandering lights in the sky. Meanwhile, Antony van Leeuwenhoek peered through his tiny, hand-ground lenses and discovered a hidden world of bacteria and cells. Glass was no longer just a window to look through, it was a lens that fundamentally altered our perception of reality. We moved from a world of myth and superstition to one of observation, measurement, and scientific fact. As we moved into the industrial age, glass became the heartbeat of modern architecture. For centuries, flat glass was incredibly difficult to produce. It was usually made by blowing a large cylinder, cutting it open, and flattening it out, which resulted in a warped, wavy surface. It was expensive and limited to small panes. But in the 19th century, the Industrial Revolution brought us new methods for casting and rolling glass on a massive scale. Suddenly, we could build structures like the Crystal Palace in London. This was a building made almost entirely of iron and glass, a shimmering cathedral of the new age. It signaled to the world that we had conquered the material, turning it into a wall that could keep the elements out while letting the light pour in. In the 20th century, we perfected the art of the float glass process. This is the method we still use today, where molten glass is floated on a bed of liquid tin. This creates a surface so perfectly flat and smooth that it is almost impossible to distinguish it from the air itself. With this capability, we began to build our skylines. Glass allowed us to reach toward the clouds with skyscrapers that reflected the sun and defined the modern city. But while architects were busy glassing over the world, a quieter, even more radical revolution was happening in the basement of research labs. Scientists began to realize that glass could do more than just let light pass through, it could carry information. By the late 20th century, engineers developed fiber optics. These are thin, flexible strands of ultra-pure glass that can carry light signals over thousands of miles. Instead of using electricity, we were suddenly sending the entirety of human knowledge, every email, every video, every stock trade, across the globe in the form of pulses of light trapped inside tiny glass threads. This is the backbone of the Internet today. The global economy and our entire social structure now rely on the fact that we can manufacture glass with such extreme purity that light can travel through it for miles without losing its intensity. From a bead on an Egyptian necklace to a fiber optic cable under the Atlantic Ocean, glass has been the thread that stitches our history together. Today, we are standing on the precipice of a new era for this ancient material. We are moving beyond simple transparent sheets into the world of smart glass. Imagine windows that can change their tint based on the weather, screens that fold like paper, and medical glass that can bond with human bone to help us heal. We are currently figuring out how to make glass stronger than steel, more conductive than copper, and more flexible than fabric. We have taken a substance that was once just a byproduct of a volcanic eruption and forced it to evolve alongside us. It has shaped our cities, expanded our scientific horizons, and connected our minds across vast continents. It is remarkable to consider how many times we have tried to replace glass. Throughout the decades, researchers have invented countless plastics, polymers, and resins. Yet, nothing has managed to fully displace it. Why? Because glass has a unique combination of chemical stability, transparency, and raw elegance that we have yet to perfectly replicate. It is indifferent to the sun, it does not rust, and it is endlessly recyclable. As we look toward the future, sustainability is becoming our greatest challenge. The good news is that glass is one of the most eco-friendly materials we have, provided we can power the furnaces that make it with cleaner energy. We are now learning to melt glass using electricity and hydrogen, effectively closing the loop on a journey that started with a crude fire in the sand. So, the next time you hold your smartphone or look out at your neighborhood through a window, take a second to really look at the material itself. It is a masterpiece of engineering. It is the result of thousands of years of human curiosity, trial and error, and the persistent desire to see the world a little more clearly. We started by picking up sharp rocks left behind by volcanoes, and we ended by building a global nervous system made of light. Glass is more than just a surface, it is the silent witness to our progress. It is the invisible architecture of our modern lives. Without it, our world would be dark, disconnected, and infinitely smaller. From the first glass beads found in the tombs of kings to the advanced sensors currently being built for our cars and satellites, the story of glass is really the story of human ambition. It is the story of how we took the most common thing under our feet, sand, and used our ingenuity to transform it into the most essential tool in the history of civilization. We have used it to peer into the microscopic foundations of life and the infinite expanse of the universe. We have used it to house our families and to protect the data that keeps our modern world moving. Every piece of glass you touch is a reminder that we have the power to take the raw materials of this planet and refine them into something extraordinary. As we look toward the future, one thing is certain: glass will continue to evolve. Whether it is in the form of flexible displays, augmented reality lenses that overlay the digital world onto the physical one, or even more efficient solar panels that harvest energy from the light passing through them, the possibilities are limited only by our imagination. We have come a long way from the ancient glassmakers of Murano and the curious lens grinders of the Dutch Republic. We have mastered the flame, harnessed the light, and turned the desert sand into the very fabric of our reality. The journey of glass is far from over. It is simply moving into a new, more brilliant chapter. In the end, glass is the ultimate medium of progress. It is the barrier that protects us, yet it is also the bridge that connects us. It allows us to be inside while watching the outside. It allows us to be present while exploring the history of the earth. We have built our modern world on a foundation of silica, fire, and human vision. It is a material that has survived the rise and fall of empires, and it will likely be here long after our current machines are relics of the past. So, keep looking through it, keep testing its limits, and keep wondering what we will build next. Because as long as we have the curiosity to stare through the glass, we will always find something new to discover on the other side.